Hello, welcome back to Cage Side Press. I'm Patrick McCorry and I'm joined by the man himself, Denis Frimpong, here in Frankfurt. How are you, my man?
Shout out Nabsies, yeah? Sort me out a fucking takeaway after the fight. I'm good, mate. Thursday afternoon, so as always, my breath smells because I have no carbs in me. My voice is probably a bit cracked because I've no water in me. And I'm feeling sharp though and ready to go Saturday night.
Overall, how's this fight camp been? You've cross-trained a little bit in Next Gen, training primarily at Manchester Top Team. How's this camp been? Preparation for Peter Gabal?
Yeah, so this camp I've done it a little bit differently. As always, I am representing Manchester Top Team. You know, Top Team are in my corner. I have got Shem in my corner. He's a southpaw grappler. So I've been going down to Next Gen to get a bit of working with him. Luckily enough, I've been able to get some working with some other bodies as well. Obviously everyone knows that like Next Gen and Top Team are probably the top two gyms in the country. I've also been lucky enough to get down to Renegade a bit, you know, so the three best gyms I would argue in the UK and three of the top gyms in Europe. Getting working everywhere, you know, obviously I live in Birmingham now, so it was just a bit easier for me to get to Renegade sometimes.
And let's talk about your opponent, Peter Gabal. It's one you have wanted to face for a while. He's coming off 2 wins, a dominant win over Benny Bayrami and a comeback win in his last one after being axe-kicked.
I don't know if you could call his win against Benny Bayrami a dominant win. You know, he beat him up for like a round, then like second round he kind of beat him up a little bit, and then the third round he gassed and he ended up on the bottom after mounting him in round 3, after beating him up for 2 rounds. He ended up on the bottom and he sort of just quit there and just like held on and just tried to survive to the end, which, you know, and like, no disrespect to Benny Bayrami, but he's not on my level. So if you're struggling in round 3 against Benny Bayrami took that fight on 6 days notice, he's going to struggle with me.
And it was documented this week, you and Peter Gabal going back and forth. He keeps trying to ring you, you're texting back and forth. You know, what's the stuff, has he said anything, you know, that's not been shown on camera that...
Yeah, so when he was trying to ring me for the embedded thing, the unlocked, like I was in training, every time he'd ring me and I'd be like doing something, and my phone's on do not disturb most of the time anyway, because otherwise, as you can hear now, it's just bzz, 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 bzz. If I put it off do not disturb, it's just buzzing the whole time and it just does me head in. But yeah, he said some, obviously at the start of it, we've agreed, let's have a fight, we'll sell the fight. He was the one that said we'll leave family and personal stuff out of it. He was the one that decided to start going after, you know, family members and stuff like that. I've not stooped to his level, but yeah, maybe I'll stoop to his level in the cage. You know, I will have to. He's about 5'8", so I'll have to stoop down to actually maybe land on him, maybe give him a chance to land on me. But yeah, it's all, at the end of the day, all the words are done now. All the stuff's been said. We're gonna have the press conference tomorrow. We'll see how brave he is there. He says that like all I do is type at him, but I think I've proven that I can sit in front of someone at a face-to-face, or I can sit in front of someone at a press conference and say what I'm going to say to them, and I'll say it to them in the cage as well. I'm not really arsed. And yeah, like I say, a couple of days we're going to find out.
And was he the opponent you wanted for this day? I know you wanted the opponent, but I think you also wanted someone further up the ranks, especially now, you know, Kate has vacated the title, Shem's out of the division. You know, it's kind of open right now. You know, you're kind of 1 fight away from a title shot. Did you, or, you know, potentially 2 depending on the opponent. Do you feel like you could have gotten someone higher ranked?
Yeah, like obviously straight after my last fight, I was already going after Peter Gabal. He fought on the same card. He got a nice finish, to be fair to him. Nice little comeback victory against Elias Jacobi. Elias Jacobi should have finished him in the first round. You know, and like I said, again, the skill disparity between me and Elias Jacobi is astronomical. No disrespect to him. But yeah, I just started going at him straight away after that fight, and the fight was sort of verbally made before I even entered the rankings. Had I entered the rankings a bit earlier, before this fight was verbally agreed, would I have chosen a different opponent, maybe further up the rankings? Yes. Am I happy with the opponent that I have? Yes. Is it easy money? Yes. you know, anyone in the rankings would be a much harder fight than he is. Even some of the guys that are maybe a bit easier guys in the rankings would be a harder fight than Peter Gabal. So if they want to pay me for an easy fight, then that's on them, you know.
And you've called out Mateusz Legerski, you've called out Attila Korkmaz, who you're sharing this card with. So what do you think, potentially a win here and those are next? Or?
Can I just say, I never actually called out Attila Korkmaz. I like Attila Korkmaz.
You said you would like to fight him, though.
I said, like, if the fight, you know, I said if the fight was right. I mean, if he goes and wins tonight, or on Saturday night, and I got a finish, like, I don't think that would be a crazy fight to make. You know, he's ranked number 6, I think, or whatever it is, maybe 6 or 7, and I'm in the top 10. So if we both win, he's coming off a 2-fight skid. I'm coming. That would be my 5th fight in a row. He gets a win, so it would kind of like, it would make sense as a fight. But I haven't called him out. I have called out Mateusz Legerski. Mateusz Legerski's ranked number 2, and he's saying he wants a title fight. He's coming off a loss like a year ago, so I don't think he deserves a title fight, to be quite honest with you. I think me and Attila for the title makes more sense than me and Legerski for the title if Attila wins. I think Legerski needs to get a win to get himself back in the title picture. You can't fight for the title off a loss. It just doesn't make any sense.
And what do you think of what happened with Lawson Keita? Obviously, he was supposed to fight in UFC Paris. He didn't make the weight. He said he couldn't physically cut any more weight. He wasn't sweating anymore. Pitbull decided not to take the fight. What do you think of the whole situation?
Listen, I wasn't there. I've heard bits and bobs from every side of the story. I wasn't there. I know he's made championship weight for featherweight before, so he can obviously do it. Whether he can still make championship weight now that he's been fighting a lightweight so long and made so many lightweight cuts, I don't know. Was it because he got a short notice? I don't know. But yeah, that's not on me to comment on his weight cut miss. I've never missed weight. He had never missed weight. I think it's unfortunate. It was like, I wouldn't wish it on anyone, you know, like it was a big opportunity, wasn't it? Like, you know, you're making your UFC debut against a top 15 guy who's like well known in the scene, missing weight. He obviously didn't intentionally miss weight, you know, he obviously tried his best, because like you wouldn't want to flop that opportunity. So yeah, I can't comment on that. I think no matter what, you should always make weight at the end of the day. But I don't know what was going on in his life, in his weight cut, in his diet, or whatever happens, you know.
And what do you think about fighting in Germany? The fans are starting to grow in appreciation for your last 2 fights. You played the bad guy, fighting Robin Frank and Arjan Topolai. But now you're fighting a Czech guy. You're not fighting a German guy. And it seems like your social media, you're getting a lot of German support. So
yeah.
Do you feel that now it's turning the tide, you're becoming a fan favorite here in Germany?
I had a lot of German support for the Topolai fight. I think he just had more because he was, you know, he's representing Albania and Germany, so it makes sense. There's a lot of Albanians in Germany, so it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm still the bad guy. I think just the Germans historically have maybe supported the bad guy, you know what I mean? And I think I encapsulate a lot of that. I'm well spoken. I can speak to a crowd, and I can fight. So I think I emulate the German spirit, as it were.
And what surprise do you have in store for the Frankfurt crowd?
What do you mean? Like in terms of me walkout, in terms of me fight, like
anything? Do you have anything special that
I always have loads of things ready for the press conference, for the walkout, for obviously I'm walking out in the red corner this time, so there won't be any sitting on the cage, but I've got something else lined up to make up for that lack of sat on the cage.
Yeah, very good. Your prediction for this fight is what?
Just going to be violent because, like I said, someone speaks on my family, someone mentions my wife, tries to mention my child. It's a different energy I'm bringing. I don't want to finish him quickly. I want to finish him over a long process. I want to make him know over the course of 2 rounds that like he will never be better than me. He will never ever be better than me. He'll never catch up. The skill gap's too big. Even if he had 1,000 years to train, he would never catch up to me. So I want to let him know that and then finish him, whatever way that comes, whether it's a TKO, whether it's a submission, whether it's a clean knockout. But I would rather, I think, for this fight, a submission, just because I want him to have the choice to get out of there, you know. I want him to tap.
And you mentioned the child is your first fight as a father. Do you feel a little bit of the quote dad strength for this camp and coming into this fight?
All I'm saying is, yeah, I'm going to make Peter Gabal look like the featherweight he really is when we're in there. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's a great place to leave it. Thank you so much for the time, and best of luck.